Welcome to the presentation on the pre-professional advising and resources at Grand Valley State University. My name is Jason Proant. I'm an academic advisor in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences Academic Advising Center and an academic advisor that works with pre-professional students at Grand Valley. A pre-professional student at Grand Valley State University is a student that is interested in pre-medicine, pre-dental, pre-pharmacy, pre-chiropractic, pre-podiatry, pre-optometry, or pre-veterinary. In our pre-professional advising office at Grand Valley, we have 5 full-time academic advisors that work with our pre-professional students, and we also have support staff in our office that assist in supporting our students that are pre-professional. Every pre-professional area that I mentioned before has something called a fact sheet that we will often go over with students as they begin their journey with us in the class advising. This is a medical school fact sheet, but there's also ones for every other area as well. This sheet really goes over the different application parts that there are to an application, and also talks about the holistic approach that pre-professional schools will take when looking at an applicant's information during their application. So I'll go over this medical school fact sheet, but every other area is very similar to what a medical school fact sheet looks like. So whether I talk about medical school in this session or any other type of school, they all are very, very similar in the ways that they look at admitting students. So the first area on the sheet you can see is highlighted in yellow, and it says you can choose any major you would like as long as you fulfill the prerequisites for medical school. So that means literally you can pick any major you want at Grand Valley in order to pursue a medical education. Now, a lot of students will pick a major that is a science major a lot of times, just because their prerequisites would then be the same as their required courses to graduate, and a lot of students like to be efficient like that. But we have certainly seen many students pick many different types of majors to pursue application to medical school or any other pre-professional school. So this lists the courses that are required for medical school specifically. It talks about the MCAT and some information on that entrance exam. It talks about GPA. And then on the back side, it talks about all the other non-academic pieces that you have to have as an applicant to pre-professional school, in this case, into medical school. So at Grand Valley, we really, really want students to know that it is a holistic approach to being admitted to pre-professional schools. And it's not just about your grades, it's also about what you do outside of the classroom as well. So we're here to support and assist students in finding volunteer or work experiences that are clinical or non-clinical that would help your application. We can help students find doctor shadowing or other types of shadowing depending on what pre-professional area you are. There are different areas around campus that you can look to get involved into leadership activities or extracurricular activities. I'm going to talk a little bit later about our pre-professional clubs and also just our clubs on campus and student organizations on campus in general. But we're able to guide students to those different areas on campus to get that experience. We have an office on campus called the Community Service Learning Center that can help you gain community service as well. That will also be a part of your application. Many of our students at Grand Valley will do research in preparation for their pre-professional application. A lot of our faculty are not only here to teach, but they're also here to do research as well. So we can help guide students to find those different opportunities on campus to get some of that research experience if that is something a student is interested in. So the point of this whole sheet is really talking about the holistic nature of pre-professional application and really making sure that you're a well-rounded applicant when you go to apply later on in your college career. The resources at Grand Valley State University. I'm just going to highlight, a few of them, but there are many more than this. But these are some of the big ones we touch on in regards to pre-professional students and what support they would have here at Grand Valley. The first is tutoring. So a lot of students, especially a lot of pre-professional students at Grand Valley, use tutoring, and it's not necessarily that they're doing poorly in a class. They just may want to achieve as high as they can in that class and try to get that A or that A minus from maybe a B or a B plus. And so they'll use tutoring how to put them over the edge. At Grand Valley, we have two different types of tutoring. We have tutoring that is one-on-one or very small groups that will meet like once a week, twice a week over the course of a semester and go over that one subject. And then we also have walk-in tutoring centers that vary by the different disciplines on campus. So we have a stats and math lab that a student can come in, just walk in, work on their work, and then if they have questions, they can get help from their peers or possibly professors that are manning that center as well. Just like that stats and math lab, we have a chemistry success center, and we have tutoring also for other core sciences like biology, biomedical sciences, in those areas as well. So tutoring is used a lot on campus, and it's used to really help students get the best grade in the class that they can. That is often used as what's needed for pre-professional applications. Next, we have community service. As part of your pre-professional application, you'll probably need to have some sort of community service. So there is the Community Service Learning Center on campus, and their sole mission is to hook students up with opportunities with community service around our Grand Rapids community and around our West Michigan communities specifically. Next is research. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of different research that is going on campus with professors, and certainly students, if they have an interest in that, can become involved in research. We have a research fair that happens the first week of October every year. And then we also have Student Scholars Day, which is a day that all students can show off the research that they did for that year with presentations. So a lot of students do get involved in research, and we certainly, if you have an interest in that, will help guide you in that way. Another great thing that we have at Grand Valley, because of our size, is we have a cadaver lab that is available for students. A lot of pre-professional students utilize the cadaver lab as a class towards the end of their time at Grand Valley. The number one thing that we hear from students that return from pre-professional schools is how helpful a cadaver lab was to them when they were going through those pre-professional schools. So they really got a lot out of the cadaver lab, and it's available to you as a class at the upper sciences level. The Class Academic Advising Center holds a lot of professional events and workshops for pre-professional students. These are just going to highlight a few of them, but there are certainly more than this. Every semester, we host a suture clinic with the Michigan State University College of Human Medicine. So they will bring their current students in, and they will teach a suture clinic to 48 students each semester. So a lot of students get involved in that suture clinic and start to learn some of the techniques of suturing. We have a lot of different school visits based on our pre-professional groups. This one here that you see is the Pre-Dental Club visiting Marquette University, but we have our pre-professional groups visit a lot of different professional schools in and around Michigan and in the Midwest more broadly. The Professional School Fair is an event that happens every March, and it brings in around 75 professional schools from all over the country, and it brings in their admissions reps to come and talk with individuals about their programs and field any questions that students have on those programs. So that's a great event to attend and to put on for pre-professional students. Our pre-professional groups also run different events throughout the year that get their groups together. So when we talk about our pre-professional clubs, we have pre-professional clubs in many different areas. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the clubs in a little bit. But they hold events like this philanthropy night that gives back to the community and also brings our clubs together. Other events that we run in our office are a mock multiple mini interview session. So, an MMI is what a lot of med schools do, and some other pre-professional programs as well. They do for part of their interview, and so we do a mock one of these twice a year for students to get ready for those interviews. We also hold an application workshop that kind of goes over the nuts and bolts of pre-professional applications and answer any questions that students have on those applications. We run an entrance exam test prep course. So if you're getting ready to take the MCAT or the DAT for dental or the PCAT for pharmacy or the OAT for optometry, then you are eligible to come and come and take this review course. It's 10 weeks in the winter semester before you take that test. It's a very nominal fee, and it's a review course that goes over concepts that may be on those entrance exams for 3 hours a week during the winter semester leading up to that time that you would take that test. Also, we do personal statement reviews for students. So as the students get ready to apply, they'll be writing a personal statement, and we will read it, and at least two of our advisors in our office will review it and give feedback on that personal statement for students. As I mentioned, our pre-professional clubs are listed here. So we have a pre-professional club for every area of the pre-professional. In addition to this, we have over 400 student organizations on campus as well that range from pre-professional clubs all the way to just hobbies that you might want to get into. We have club sports, we have Greek life, and so we have a very robust student organization at Grand Valley State University. If you're looking at doing AP and dual enrollment credit before you arrive at Grand Valley, that's great. We have a lot of pre-professional students that will do AP and dual enrollment. Just some things to kind of look at as maybe you're finalizing your AP and dual enrollment for your senior year, or if you're getting ready to transfer some of those credits to Grand Valley to start next year. Here's our credit by exam website. Please, you can review it and you can see what credit you would get based on the test that you did take and what score you got on those tests or are looking to get on those tests. Just some keynotes. Some schools and professional programs, particularly pharmacy schools, do not accept AP credits, so you would still have to take those classes if those are the prereqs for those specific pre-professional programs. All college credit courses count in your professional school application, so you want to make sure you do as well as you can on those. They're not just classes that you're trying to get out of the way. They would be a part of your application in the future, so definitely do as well as you can on those. And then while you're in high school, take as much math and science as you can, and so that you can prepare for the rigor of a pre-professional track at Grand Valley State University. You'll take a lot of science classes, a lot of potential some math classes as well. So you want to come in well prepared from your high school activities. Here at Grand Valley State University, we have special programs set up with 4 of the Michigan medical schools called early assurance programs. So these programs are listed here, and these are partnerships that we have with those programs so that you can be admitted if you're interested in one of these programs a little bit earlier than you would going through the normal application cycle of med school. There is some more information on here that you can certainly seek out, but these partnerships have been great for our university and for our students. We have at least 5 slots with each one of these schools, and then 6 at Michigan State University College of Human Medicine. So these are great programs. Definitely seek them out when you get on campus and come and talk to us about what these programs involve. We also have what's called a preferred admission program with Western Michigan University Homer Stryker MD School of Medicine. So this is a program that's a little bit different than an early assurance program in that they're not making an early decision, but Western Michigan School of Medicine is giving our Grand Valley students a little bit more of a look than maybe they would give to some other school students. So we have a great relationship with them, and we certainly want students to look to that program as well. In addition, we have a partnership with the University of Michigan pharmacy program, and it's a preferred admission program. You can find a lot of information on this program here through this website, or you can reach out and talk with Alexis Shavy, who is an academic advisor in our office and also the pre-pharmacy advisor. So please reach out for her with any questions. But you can get admitted to either the University of Michigan PharmD program coming out of high school or after your first year at Grand Valley. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you reach out to Alexis. For many of our pre-professional areas, we have what's called a stat sheet in our office that talks about the placement rates for our medical students and our dental students and our pharmacy students, and we're developing one for our veterinary students as well. But these sheets talks about where students get admitted from Grand Valley and at the rate that they get admitted. If you look at the medical school one here, you may not be able to see it the best, but essentially, over the last kind of 15 years or so, students have been admitted at about a 60% rate. That fluctuates every year just depending on the students that apply and the numbers that apply. But that's a pretty good longitudinal data to show that. That is well above the national average for students that get admitted to medical school. If you look on our statistics here, if you have a 3.4 GPA or above, your rates significantly go higher to get admitted to, in this case, a medical school. But we have these sheets for lots of different pre-professional areas. If you would like to see one, please reach out to our office and request one. We can get one to you so you can check out that information. Please, if you have any questions on the resources at Grand Valley State University for pre-professional students, please do not hesitate to reach out to us and contact us at this information at the bottom of the screen. And that is all for me. Please let us know if you have any questions. Have a good day.